So today we're going to talk about my mower. I've been using my Gardena 400C all season, and that thing is awesome. I mean, apart from the handle being too short and kind of hurting my back, it cuts really well. I can even get stripes with it, and it's pretty easy to push. But lately I kind of feel that it's been struggling a bit since I've hit some rocks around my lawn here and there, just small ones. Kind of feel that it's struggling a bit. It's not cutting as well, where I have to push it really hard. So today we're going to fix that and hopefully get that thing sharp again. Hey everyone, it's Sam, your average Joe lawn nut. So today I will be doing some backlapping, and that's a process of sharpening your reel mowers without having to remove the entire reel and having it regrinded. So depending on what grass type you have, how often you mow, how low you mow, your cylinder mower will wear over time. I don't mow that low, but I mow a lot. And as I said, I bought this thing used, and I have been hitting rocks here and there on my lawn. Since I use a trimmer around the edges of my yard, and I have some drainages with a lot of gravel in them, I use the trimmer and it spins some rocks on the lawn. I usually rake those back, but sometimes you miss a rock here and there and you catch it with the mower. So I've actually checked for damages. The rocks haven't actually damaged anything, so backlapping will do fine. If I would have hit some rocks and done some serious damage to it, I wouldn't have any choice but removing the cylinder, turning it into a professional dealer and having it regrinded. But for now I think backlapping will work. I mean, even if I had some damage, I would still backlap it first to see if it works. All right, and I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I've never actually done some backlapping myself, but I figure how hard can it be, and if I can do it then anyone can, and if I can't do it then no one can. But anyways, that's what we're going to be doing today, and hopefully we can get this thing sharpened without breaking it or cutting off any of my fingers. So make sure you stay until the end and see if I still have all my fingers left. Alright, so these are the things I will be using today. I need an electric drill, and make sure you have one with a reverse drive, a socket wrench, paintbrush, grinding paste, and I actually bought this grinding paste on Amazon. It doesn't say what grit size it is, it just says coarse and fine. I'm just going to use the coarse today. Some strips of paper just to check how sharp it is, and I have some lubricant, and this is just to prevent rust or corrosion. And I mean, depending on what cylinder mower you have, you might need different things. I know the previous model you actually used an Allen key, but this one actually uses a socket wrench. But these are the things I will be using for my Gardena 400C at least. Before you start doing any backlapping, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because you might not have any fingers left afterwards. So before backlapping, subscribe, not after, all right? No, I hope you all keep your fingers. But all kidding aside, it does mean a lot to me when people subscribe to my channel. It's a new channel that I'm trying to grow, and I know I shouldn't be looking at the subscribe count, but I mean, I'd still do like 100 times a day, just because it's so much fun every time someone new subscribes. It just keeps me motivated to do more videos. And before you start doing this, make sure you don't have any kids or pets around. You don't want them to get caught in this thing while you're backlapping it. I mean, look at my finger. I lost this when I was 8-9 years old, putting my fingers where they shouldn't be. So just be careful you don't end up with a finger like mine. So a cylinder mower works like this. You have these blades or reels. They pass this bed knife, and as they pass, they cut the grass just like scissors would. This will give you a clean cut and not tear the grass. And you don't want to tear the grass, because that will cause it to kind of bleed. If you tear the grass and don't get a clean cut, the top of the grass will start to turn yellow. So after you mow it, then you can kind of see the yellow spots in your lawn. And also when you tear the grass, it takes longer for it to grow, because first it needs to heal and repair the damage you did. And if you're fine with tearing the grass, then I mean, you just might as well get a rotary mower and not a cylinder mower. So I want that clean cut with the cylinder mower, and right now I'm not getting it because it's just not sharp enough. All right, so let's just do a paper test and I can show you. As you can see, the reels are just pushing the paper strip. It's not actually cutting it. So if this was your grass, it would be tearing it off. And I mean, for some people that's just good enough, but I don't want that. I want a clean cut. And it's been like this for a while. So what I had to do to actually make it cut again is to adjust the bed knife just a bit to get it closer to the reels. And you can hear now they actually have contact. So now it actually cuts. But this way it will put a lot more strain on your machine, on the blades. And also, I mean, you can hear that noise. Who wants that noise? I mean, I don't want that noise, but I've done it for a while now because I just haven't had the time to backlap it. So today I hope I can just sharpen this and move the bed knife back so I can get a contactless cut again. It's also harder to push now since the bed knife and the reel are just touching, but mostly it's just the noise. It's so annoying. I mean, you can just hear that. Oh, that's not good enough. All right, so let's start off by removing one of the wheels, because we actually need to access the rear axle. And again, this is actually the first time ever I'm opening this up. So if an idiot like me can do it, then you at home can do it as well. So you remove the cover, and then you remove this pin. There you go, that's the pin. And then you have the washer, and then you remove the wheel. There you go. And preferably you don't do this out on the deck. I don't know how many of these washers, screws, and different kind of things I just dropped in between the boards. I think there's an entire scrapyard beneath this. But I mean, I lose these every time I'm building something on top of the deck, but still, yet again, I'm here. All right, so now you just remove the gear, and this is the rear axle. And in here, there's a keyway like this. I don't know if you can focus it. All right, so this is the keyway, and I'm actually going to let that keyway stay on, otherwise I can't rotate the reel. And that's because I'm using a socket to actually rotate the wheel. If you have a big enough chuck on your electric drill, then you can just put the chuck around the rear axle. My chuck isn't big enough, so I need to use a socket. So that's why I'm keeping the keyway on. All right, I think we're ready to do some backlapping now. Now I just need to open the grinding paste. All right, I have my grinding paste. All right, and you need to make sure you're spinning backwards. And this is the part you need to make sure you don't put any fingers in the reels. Remember, you don't want this finger. Start the reel and just start adding the grinding paste on the reel. Just be careful, you don't have to put too much on it. And the bed knife and the reels are supposed to just be touching, and that will actually grind away and give you a nice new clean edge here. And it's not supposed to be sharp like a knife. It's just supposed to be square. So let's try this out. All right, now I'm just going to keep rotating the reel until the noise kind of fades away a bit. Starting to look pretty good. Now I can see I have a fresh, clean surface here, a nice square one. So it's actually starting to look really good. Let me show you guys. I forgot to get you the before shot, but at least you get the after shot. I can actually see a nice, clean, new surface. And this is the grinding against the bed knife. So you don't want it to touch too much, just slightly. I'm gonna do this a second time, and this time I'm actually gonna just adjust the bed knife to be just a little bit more closer. So you can do this in several steps. I think 2 is enough for me. So now I'm just adjusting to get the bed knife a bit closer. And then I'm gonna go at it again. All right, so now let's check the cut quality again. Now the bed knife and the blade aren't barely touching. Here it cuts, here it cuts, and here it cuts as well. So just check again. All right, now we're getting a clean cut all the way through, and now the bed knife and the reels aren't actually touching. All right, and now we're back to contactless mowing, and the best thing of all, I still have all my fingers left. Well, I mean, not all of them, 9 2/3 at least. So we did it. So this means even I can do backlapping, and that means you at home, you can do it just as easy as I did. It doesn't take long, you can just do it once if you want. I did it twice. I adjusted the bed knife once. I just wanted more surface to get a cleaner cut, but you can do it once if you want. And now for next season, This is all sharp and ready to go. I think I only have about 1 mow or 2 mows left for this season. It's not growing that much now. Weather is really getting cold in Sweden. It's warm today just because I said that, but trust me, it's getting cold. All right, now you just wash off any excess grinding paste you have. You don't want to leave that there, otherwise it just keeps grinding away as you mow. So you make sure you wash that away. Now it's time to put this thing back together. Normally I would take a picture of things like this before I disassemble them. I remember one time I took apart the pipes below the sink. There was a lot of pipes. I just took them apart, cleaned them, and when it was time to put them back together, I had no idea how they actually should go in.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
I mean, that's typical me. I just rip things apart and I don't remember how they should go back. And those pipes took me at least a good 2-3 hours to get back together. If I'd just taken a picture before, I could have just followed the picture and things would be fine. But hopefully we can get this one back together. It doesn't seem too complicated. So the gear goes back here. Wheel go back in here. Yep, the gear is in. Washer. Then the pin. All right, it actually looks like I did it without pictures or anything. And I actually didn't even have to edit this because it took 2 hours and faked that it took 2 minutes. It actually took just a minute. All right, now I'm just gonna spray this lubricant on it just to prevent any rust or corrosion. I mean, you don't actually have to use this stuff, but I like to use it because then I actually can use this for many years and I don't have to deal with any rust or corrosion or any stuff like that. All right, so now we're done and the only thing remaining is just to try this out, see if it worked, if it pushes easier now and I still get a contactless cut without the bed knife and the reel actually touching. So let's try it out. All right, so it actually cuts so much more smoothly now. There's still some noise. That's just because I left the bed knife a bit close to the reels, and that will adjust itself over time, over a few mows. The noise will go away. It's still not making as much noise as it did just before backlapping. And I mean, it's such a huge difference. I don't need to push it as hard. It just cuts smoothly now. I think it turned out really good. So now I'm back to contactless mowing and my mower is sharp for springtime. I like to do it now before spring so it's all ready when spring comes. Some people like to wait until spring. That's up to you. At least now you know how to do it. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and for those of you who actually skipped to the end to see if I have all my fingers left, here they are. They're all intact. So thank you guys for watching, and remember to do all the YouTube stuff, like, share and subscribe. I really do appreciate it a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.